Ziggy and the Zig Zag race. Ziggy the Zippy Zebra was about to leave the Zig Zag Health Club when he saw a poster and some notices announcing the annual 3-mile Zig Zag race. As usual, the first prize was a gold trophy, but this year the winner would also get a ride in a zeppelin. Zowie, I'll tell all my friends, said Ziggy. I know they'll want to come and watch me run in the race. Ziggy picked up a handful of announcements and left the club. The next morning, Ziggy did his wake-up exercises, took a shower, and had his usual nutritious breakfast of cereal, milk, fruit, and toast. While he ate, he read the announcement carefully. I can deliver these with the meal, Ziggy thought. That way everybody will know about the race and come to cheer me on. He picked up the announcements and ran off to work at the post office. When Ziggy got to work, he sorted stacks of letters by zip code 001, 00002, 003. He put all the mail into his mail bag. He put the announcements in his pocket, jumped on his bike, and started on his delivery route. Along the way, Ziggy saw some of his friends. Delilah the demanding duck was playing her zither. Herbie the happy hamster was helping Lizzie the lazy lamb pick zucchini. Emmy the exaggerating elephant was busy planting hundreds of zinnias. And Ivy the impatient iguana was sewing a zipper in her shorts. Ziggy gave everyone their meal and said, the Zig Zag race is next Saturday. Come and watch me run. First prize is a trophy and a ride in a zeppelin. Ziggy's last stop was at Tina the truthful tiger's house. As he put her mail in her mailbox, Ziggy heard voices counting 8, 9, 10, 11. Ziggy looked in the side yard and saw Tina and Ollie the obedient ostrich doing jumping jacks. Zowie, they must be getting ready for the race too, thought Ziggy. They both finished right behind me last year. Suddenly Ziggy got the jitters. What if Tina or Ollie win the race, he thought. They've been exercising at the club a lot lately. Maybe one of them can run faster than I can. Maybe one of them will win the zeppelin ride. Ziggy didn't like that thought at all. He was very upset as he rode off on his bicycle. When Ziggy went to the Zig Zag Health Club later that afternoon, he was surprised to see so many of the AlphaPets there. Herbie was on a rowing machine, and so was Monty the mimicking mouse. Emmy was jogging on the treadmill. Delilah and Ivy were pedaling on exercise bicycles, and Sylvester the stubborn squirrel was lifting weights. What are you all doing here? Asked Ziggy. We decided to run in the Zig Zag race, said Delilah. We'd like to win the ride in the zeppelin too. But the race is next week, said Ziggy. It takes a long time to get in shape, and you haven't been exercising very much. Why not start preparing for next year's race? That's the right way to do it. No way, said Ivy. A year is too long to wait. We're running in this year's race. One week is plenty of time to get ready. If we work hard all week, said Emmy, we'll be just as ready as Ziggy. Yes, everyone agreed. So for the rest of the week, the AlphaPets tried to get in shape, but they did too much, too fast. Emmy wanted to lose weight, so she didn't eat much at all. After a few days, she was too weak to move. Herbie and Monty did so many sit-ups that after a few days they were too sore to move. Sylvester jumped rope so much that after a few days he was too tired to move. And Ivy ate so many bowls of super nutritious cereal that after a few days she was too stuffed to move. All week Ziggy kept exercising too, but not with his usual zip. He was worried What if I'm not good enough to win? What if someone beats me and I lose? He thought. Later that week, while Ziggy was delivering the mail, he stopped at Wendy the Wise Woodchuck's house. "What's the matter?" asked Wendy. "You don't seem your usual zippy self. I'm afraid I might not win the race," said Ziggy. "You need to have confidence in yourself, Ziggy," Wendy said. You're the most fit of all the AlphaPets. Just do the very best you can and you're bound to win." "Do you really think so?" Ziggy asked. "Sure," said Wendy. Half of winning is believing you can win, and the rest is trying your hardest." Then she added, "Even if you don't win, you'll know you did your best, and that's a kind of winning too." That evening, Ziggy felt much better. He wasn't worried and he didn't have the jitters. He continued preparing for the race as he always had done. After a nutritious dinner, Ziggy took a bath and went to bed earlier than usual. "If I'm going to win tomorrow, I need plenty of sleep," he thought. As he turned out the light, when Ziggy finally fell asleep, he dreamed he was the pilot of a big zeppelin. On the morning of the race, Ziggy was the first to arrive at the Zig Zag Health Club. He was doing his warm-up exercises when Tina and Ollie arrived. "Hey, Ziggy!" shouted Tina. "Are you ready for the big race?" "To tell you the truth, I'm sure I'm going to win. I've been exercising and eating right all month." "So have I," said Ollie. "This year's going to be a new winner, me." This time Ziggy didn't get the jitters. He just smiled politely and said, "May the best runner win." Soon all the runners gathered at the starting line. 3, 2, 1, they're off! shouted Vinny the vocal vulture. The AlphaPets zigged and zagged between gates. They zigged and zagged over wooden horses. And they zigged and zagged all around the winding course. Halfway through the race, Ivy and Herbie were in the lead. Then Tina and Ollie huffed and puffed by them. Ziggy was in 5th place, but he felt good. He wasn't tired and he wasn't out of breath. "I'm doing the best I can," he said to himself. I know I can win. Ziggy kept on running. He passed Herbie and then Ivy, but Ollie and Tina were ahead of him. They're nearing the finish line, folks," Vinny shouted. Ziggy is now running neck and neck with Tina and Ollie. Who will have the zeal and the zest to win this long, hard race? As Ziggy came to the last turn, he could see the finish line. He also noticed that Tina and Ollie were slowing down. "I can make it! I'm going to win the race," he said to himself. Then he took a deep breath and ran as fast as he could go. He ran past Ollie, past Tina, and straight across the finish line. "Hooray for Ziggy! He's the zippiest!" everyone shouted. When the race was over, Vinny handed Ziggy the gold trophy and said, "It gives me great pleasure indeed to award this trophy to you, Ziggy. You've won not 1, not 2, but 3 years in a row. Yes, indeed. What's your winning secret, dear friend?" "Secret? It's no secret," said Ziggy. "You must eat healthful foods and get plenty of exercise every day, not just the week or the month before a race, and you should always get plenty of sleep too. But just as important," Ziggy said, as he put his arm around Wendy, "is believing in yourself and doing the best you can." Ziggy winked at Wendy and added, "Everybody who does his best is a winner, so you must all join me for the ride in the Zeppelin." The AlphaPets cheered and lifted Ziggy onto their shoulders. "Hooray for Ziggy! He's the zippiest!" they shouted. "Zowie," said Ziggy. "Now put me down so we can go up in the Zeppelin." The end.